Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you've clicked on this video, then you're probably curious about the new M4 Mac Mini from Apple. Not just the Apple itself, but all the accessories and all the cool stuff that's come out in recent times. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the new ACASIS Mac Mini M4 workstation. It's an 8-in-1 dock that comes in right around $180. Now, as a disclaimer, ACASIS sent this to me in order to make a video reviewing the product, and I've been using it for about 2 months now, and I'm blown away with this product. In stating that, I just want to make it clear that they sent it to me to make this video, and these opinions are my own. I will have some affiliate links in the bottom if you're interested in this product, but my goal is to unbox this product and highlight some of the reasons why I think it's an awesome, affordable option for the Mac Mini in 2025. So getting right into the unboxing, as you know, with most Apple products, it's always going to be something that you're going to have to take out of your budget to afford accessories and other products to supplement the Apple device. This dock is so cool because it makes it look cool. It has such a pleasing aesthetic on my desk, and then it makes it a lot more practical by adding that extra button to turn it on, display ports, Thunderbolt, USB-A and USB-C options. You can do up to 3 monitors or displays at 4K resolution, regular SD and micro SD adapters, the cooling aluminum alloy, and one of the main features is that you can set up dual SSD with RAID 0 and RAID 1 options, which I'll be testing later in the video. And the cool thing about this SSD option is that you can get insane read and write speeds, which I will again show later in the video. So again, getting right into the unboxing, I reviewed another one of these cases for the Mac Mini on one of my other videos, but it was just a cheaper model that didn't really add much of a dock support. And I think that ACASIS really knocked it out of the park with this aesthetic. All right, to actually get your Mac Mini into the case, you're gonna need to unscrew. I recommend starting from the bottom with these 2 screws here. You can unscrew the other parts, but I've seen in other videos where people dropped the device or messed up their Mac by setting it up the wrong way, so I definitely recommend starting with the bottom, and it will just pop off. As you can see, there's padding in there to support the Mac Mini, so it shouldn't be scratched up or scuffed up in any way when you're installing it into the ACASIS dock. Again, here's that button for on and off, so that will help orient as to how you should insert it, and you can just line that up and drop it in. I wouldn't recommend dropping it in as I did here. I just slightly tilted it to the side and it slotted in nicely with no issues. Put the lid back on, it should kind of pop back into place, and then reinstall the screws. And after installing my Mac Mini inside, there's no wiggle room. Everything feels nice and tight and secure, almost as if this was built exactly for this case, which it was. ACASIS did a great job, again, knocked it out of the park on this one. Now moving on to the SSD, this installation can be a little tricky. You're gonna pop off this side case. As you can see, here's where your 2 SSD will be slotted in. As a quick disclaimer, when I started this video, I was using 2 mismatched SSDs. One was a Gen 4 and one's a Gen 5, as you can see here. I did reach out to ACASIS and kind of talk to them a little bit about setting it up. It is possible to run mismatched SSD, as you'll see here in the video, but I highly recommend that you use the same SSD, same terabyte storage as well for the best results and the best performance, and I'll show as well in the testing why you'd want to do that. Emailing back and forth with ACASIS as well, they clarified, again, that you're going to get the best results using matched SSD. You're going to insert your SSD, and then these little rubber nubs clip right there on that little C crescent shape and push down. As for the thermal pads, these are a little tricky. There are 2 different sides, as I've seen on other review videos. The side that's very glossy, that side should have a little clear peel off tape, and then you can simply stack them. Another issue I was seeing in other videos is some people used 1 thermal pad, but the case does allow and is spaced out for 2 thermal pads. So as you can see here, I'm going to put 2 on each stick. The case simply slots back on and screws in, and as you can see with 4 thermal sticks, it screws back on with no issues. Now, as for plugging everything up, I'm going to turn my computer to the side. I don't have a ton of real estate on my desk, but I'm going to plug up the 40 gigabits per second cable. You're going to want to plug that into the host and then into one of the Thunderbolt ports. And as you can see, everything slots in perfectly fine, but I think it looks pretty good for a clean setup considering my small space. All right, now back over on the Mac Mini, I'm going to show you how to set up the SSD. You're first going to get these pop-ups that say that the disk you attached was not readable. You do need to initialize and set these up. I'll show you how to do that real quick. You're simply going to click on one of the drives, and then you need to click erase. That's where you can rename it and set it up to your specifications. In this case, I have my mismatched SSDs, which I'll set up individually. Okay, once you get the green check, you're done, and that drive is set up, and then do the same thing on the other one. And that's it for setting up your drives if you just want to use them individually. No issues at all. All right, now for the RAID setup, and this again is for your optimal read and write speeds. As I mentioned, I'm going to use matching SSD, so I have two Gen 5 9100 SSDs from Samsung. All right, now back over on our Mac, I'm going to click File and RAID Assistant. This will only show up if you have the Disk Utility app popped up. So I'll click RAID Assist, and then I'm going to do a RAID 0, and then you're going to select the two drives. Now these are my matched Gen 5 drives, and I'm going to do APFS, and I'm just going to rename this RAID 0. I also changed the chunk size to 64 because that's going to suit more of what I'm doing, but you could change that as well. And the results may vary depending on what size chunk you use. Okay, it'll ask you if you want to create this, and you just simply say create. And then you can see my two drives disappear and the RAID 0 pop up with the RAID created successfully. So as you can see here, it's still going to show if I click on my drives individually that they are capable of 2 terabytes. But when I click over here on my RAID 0, it shows 4 terabytes where it has actually combined those. Again, where we're going to get these incredible test speeds that you'll see here in just a moment. Now over on the Blackmagic speed test, I'm going to select the target drive, which is going to be the RAID 0 drive. I'm going to hit open and start. And as you can see, look at these speeds, 2382, 2836 for read. These are some incredible speeds, 2814. I believe the max I hit was a write speed of 2816 and a read speed of 2836. And those speeds alone are higher than any of the other tested videos that I've seen for this ACASIS dock on the internet. Now, I don't know if that's because I was using 2 Gen 5s or what, but I will say that these are some incredible speeds to get from a dock that cost under $200. It's an insane value. Overall, I'm extremely satisfied with the M002Pro, this new dock from ACASIS for the M4 Mac Mini. Right now on their website, you can get 15% off with Fall 15. That's a code they just have. That just happens to be the time and recording of this video. I'll also have some affiliate links down in the bottom, and you can bet that I'll be reviewing more of their products as they have now taken the #1 contender for the best tech products that I've seen when considering price, availability, all of that. Again, taking a look at their website, they've got other options for SSD enclosures. They've got different docking stations for mini computers and the Mac Mini. They've got magnetic docking stations for your iPhone, Thunderbolt devices, standalone SSD devices, and I'm hoping to get my hands on one of their video capture cards for review. Because again, I know a lot of my viewers play games and are gamers, and it's really cool that this company has sales and premium products at a better price. They don't have to fork out an arm and a leg for like an Elgato or something like that. That's all I got for you guys on this one. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more reviews like this. Let me know if you game on your Mac Mini at all. I'm definitely going to be making a video on the Mac Mini and its gaming capabilities. Check out the affiliate link in the bottom, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.